Hey guys, it's Kinsey.
And Cody.
Welcome to How We Do It, episode we don't know anymore.
7, I think.
Yeah. And Scout, making himself welcome. And Milo. And our special guest.
Hi, it's Maddie.
Maddie!
How we grab a seat, coffee life, and chaos meet. With Milo and Scout, we're by your side. Here for the ride in 2025.
My sister. Long lost sister.
Yeah, because we obviously look just alike.
Yeah, twins. I really was saying, though, just because we haven't been around each other that much in almost 4 years, living cross country.
No, we have. And now we're close.
Now we're close.
Closer.
Close-ish. 6 hours.
A little less.
Depends on if you speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depends on if you're feeling risky.
Depends on who's driving. Mom.
Yeah, Mom's a NASCAR driver. No comment from Cody. Okay. Anyways,
I love it. I enjoy it.
I think we should address our sock situation.
Can they see this right now? Oh, no.
If you're watching on YouTube, I'm wearing my dad's socks. These are men's socks. And Maddie's wearing mismatched socks, and Cody's the only
I didn't know
one.
that you were going to be able to see our socks. And if not, then we're just...
Then we're just outing ourselves.
For no reason. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Appreciate it.
Anywho, we are in a different place this week, which tends to be the theme. We're back in Tennessee.
Whoop,
My family moved to Tennessee, and they're closer to us, which I'm really excited about. And
8:45 p.m.
And it is 8:45
In case you were wondering.
why did my watch tell me that?
Do you have an alarm set?
That's a little spooky. We're just going to go ahead and mute that. Sorry about that if you didn't know what time we're filming at. It is indeed 8:45 p.m. to the T. And
Gosh,
yeah.
Kinsey, you're so unprofessional.
I know, I'm sorry.
How dare you? On your own podcast, too.
On my own podcast. Gosh. So we've been in Tennessee all two weeks.
Less than, I
a
think.
little less than that. I think we'll be here a total of like 2 weeks.
It's going to be 2 weeks on Tuesday, I think.
Yeah. So a little less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I had an engagement shoot for a wedding that I have coming up in October, which was amazing. They pulled out their horses, and it was beautiful and so pretty to shoot. And then we've helped our family move into their new place, which is beautiful and exciting.
And of course, it decided to storm on the day we moved, and then it was sunny, clear skies the very next day.
Talk about that for you.
It was just great luck. I think that was like Tennessee introducing us and being like, welcome.
I know, coming from California with
no humidity, no storms. It's like a light sprinkle. I'm like, everyone stay inside. We got to put on Twilight.
It's like 0.5 centimeters of rain.
No, yeah. And then all of a sudden it's like, is a possibility.
Just he has no idea what we're talking about. The Twilight soundtrack.
I got to put you on. We're going to binge watch all of them, by the way.
Oh my gosh, that was our entire childhood. Do you remember going to the theater?
Remember when I auditioned for it?
Yo, that's also true. She was almost for an Esme.
Mia against the girl who got it, which she honestly did a great job.
Slay, Mackenzie Foy.
You did
so
incredible.
Great. I think you were like 5.
Hands down.
You were literally 5.
Yeah.
Auditioning.
I remember the audition process too, or at least most of it. I remember the self-tape I submitted. I had to do like a whole like open arms, like trying to run towards Edward, and I was like, Dad!
This is gonna be chaos. Look, let's just address the fact that our childhood was so weird.
It was so weird. Like, it's not normal at all.
Like, okay.
No, this isn't good. We need a waterproof mascara. This is not a good idea.
This is gonna be so annoying for the listener.
We're gonna look so awful towards the end of this.
We're like laughing, crying. I think it's just so funny because like as a kid you like play make believe.
Yeah.
I almost said make pretend. Same thing. Whatever.
Play pretend. Play make believe.
I think we need to tell our listeners a backstory of who Maddie is and what we're even talking about.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm sorry.
Because I don't think everyone knows what's
I'm
going
not gonna
on
lie.
right now.
Full disclosure, we didn't plan a single thing for this episode, so.
Yeah, this is my sister. Maddie, why don't you give a short introduction before I start, diving into our childhood trauma?
All right. Well, hi, I'm Maddie. I'm the younger sister between Kenzie and I by 5 years. And I'm the absolute chaos maker, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm the funny one, also, I would say. You're funny, too, but, like, I'm funny in, like, the sarcastic, like...
You're very witty. She just comes out with these zingers.
And then it's like we're never recording for it too. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I always say that would be really great on a reality show, just because of how funny we are.
Yeah, but we need direction, clearly.
That's where he comes in.
No, he keeps us...
He keeps us grounded.
Yeah. I don't know how he married into this family, honestly. Anyways, keep going. Tell us more about yourself, what you do.
Sorry. I'm an actress. I'm also a singer-songwriter. I've been making music with my producer for 7 years this upcoming November. Been acting for over 20 years, technically, since I was a baby. Didn't go into acting lessons till I was 4. Just moved to Tennessee after being in California for 12 years. So insane. I think that's kind of it.
No, you need to plug your songs.
Oh yeah, guys, I actually do make music that you can go listen to out on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to, even at Amazon Music, if you're feeling wild.
How do they find you? What do they look up?
You can look up Maddie Ryan, MaddieRien, on all streaming platforms. Sorry, I go on long tangents.
Me too.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great.
Again, he grounds me, so he's...
What is your favorite song that you've recorded?
Oh gosh, I feel like every time I record it, like the new one becomes my new favorite. So my latest single is called To the Bottom. I really love that one. I feel like it's really, really fun. Really 80s synth inspired kind of pop synth sound. I just love the lyrics. I love the production behind it. It was a very chaotic recording session because I flew to Nashville last year to record it within like 2 days.
Which is where your producer is at.
Yeah, he lives here too, which is great because now I don't have to like fly across the country. He lives 10 minutes from me and he's going to be so annoyed by me. Just barging and be like, David, let me in, please. No, but... but yeah, so you should totally check out To the Bottom, all streaming platforms.
And all her music.
We'll put a link to...
Yeah, we will. We'll plug you, link you, do all the things.
Down there. I don't know.
Yeah. No, her music's really good. I'm a little biased, but it is good.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'd hope you at least be honest.
Yeah, Maddie's just fired, dumpster, trash.
Oh yeah, guys, I'm so awful, actually.
Don't listen. No, it's really great. Reverse psychology. But yeah, so that kind of explains the Twilight tangent we just had there about how wild our childhood was.
Oh yeah.
Memorizing lines at 5 years old on an airplane.
Oh my gosh. It was for, what movie, was that for Grown Ups that I did that for? I think it was Grown Ups 2. And it was like this huge crazy dialogue that I had and I just couldn't do it. I was 5 years old, nauseous on the plane. I was like, Mom, I can't do it.
I think you had also a callback for, was it Parenthood? Or something else?
I think Parenthood was one of them. There's so... I mean...
Well, it was like the same day or something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Guys, I was
that's
so
the
young.
story Mom tells. We need Mom in here to clarify.
Just have her yelling from downstairs, being like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but anyways. So, that's the tangent. We spent our lives
basically,
memorizing.
Robert Pattinson could have almost been my father.
Yeah, tragic. Missed
Kristen
that
Stewart
chance.
almost could have been my mother. Still kind of crying about it to this day, but it's fine. It's fine.
Haven't fully healed from it, but
I never will.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
What's up?
Coming from California, I mean, you've been around us in Arkansas, and you've seen kind of how things are there. What do you think of Tennessee and kind of the culture so far?
I think, wow, that was like way professional of you. That's crazy. Anyway, I really love the dynamic of Tennessee. I really think that it sort of feels like home in a way in the way that sort of things are laid out. I'd say that I really love the community aspect of Tennessee and how everything just feels very welcoming and, you know, I feel automatically at home. Being here like only less than 2 weeks, I already have made like a bunch of friends here and it's really cool.
You've mentioned multiple times about how green everything is.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Not dead.
Not dead.
Guys, California, it's true. We truly were in a drought.
Maybe in a little bit of doubt about the drought, but, you know.
There's no doubt
There's
about
a
the
doubt
drought.
about a lot of things out there.
There's no doubt about the drought.
Guys, it's dead over there.
It's dead. Actually don't. But, yeah.
No, but Tennessee, it is gorgeous and really green.
Gorgeous.
I think it was you who said you were like, it feels like you're almost in like Hawaii. It's kind of a weird...
I feel weird saying that, but I do feel that way.
Because, you know, you feel the humidity, then you feel like the cooling off immediately after it rains, and it's just like insanely oversaturatedly green.
Yeah. Apparently, they've had the most rain this year than ever
We
before.
have a lot of luck with that.
Yeah, so it's like not normal for May to be like this, apparently. Anyways, I feel excited for you because I feel like the opportunities are limitless here.
Oh, I know.
New beginnings.
New beginnings.
Fresh slate.
Yeah, I get to meet new people. The music scene is, this is where it's at. This is where you want to be when it comes to music, and that's something that I'm really hoping to continue to do for the rest of my life.
You will. You will.
Yeah. So I honestly, I'm loving it here.
I think it's so funny for me because Maddie and Cody have so much in common about music. Like they talk about things and it goes straight over my head. And I'm just like,
no, yeah, true.
I love
really
that
does.
for you guys. Love that you've bonded, but I have no idea what you're
We
talking
went
about.
and walked through the Gibson garage today, which was like epic.
Oh my gosh.
You picked up a Les Paul.
A Les Paul and
then a Everly. I forget which
Brothers.
model that's built out after, but
I don't know.
anyways, it was fun. It was a lot of fun hanging out, playing guitars.
It was great. Yeah. I
The
got some
guy
free
was
guitar
like,
picks.
the guy was like, "Hey, you want to play it?" I'm like, "No, that's these two.
Yeah.
I don't know a single thing. You don't want me to touch one of those very expensive guitars."
No, she was never really into music. I remember, though, Mom and Dad tried to get you into piano lessons, and then you were like, nope. And then when it came to me and it was my turn.
That's not true.
No.
I did piano lessons.
No, you did. Okay, sorry. She did piano lessons.
No.
You explain it. Sorry. I was too
I
young.
wanted to be Avril Lavigne and Vanessa Carlton. Making my way down, walking fast. I desired to be her. Mom almost put me in pageants. I'm glad I didn't go that route. My music teacher, my vocal. I went to a vocal coach. Yeah.
I didn't even know that fact.
Yeah.
So funny.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Okay, so my music teacher in Arizona at the time at my school was a vocal coach on the side, I guess. So I went to her, found out I could not sing. But you know when you're a kid and they're like, oh, well, maybe there's hope. No.
There was no hope.
There was no hope. But I did piano lessons for quite some time, and I was like getting good at it. And I was memorizing the notes and everything, and then I just stopped. And I was just like, yeah. And
Maybe we need to get you back into
no,
that.
I don't think so. I think
Why
it's a little
not?
too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
I don't know if I want to do all that.
Okay.
But anyway, the reason why I brought it up is because when it became my turn, like when I was old enough or around that age, Mom and Dad were like, nah, Kenzie wasn't really like too involved in it, and she didn't really like it that much, so we'll just skip over the next one.
Yeah.
Maddie won't really be into it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up being, the one that wanted to get into music. So.
Well, you came out, you like rewrote Ed Sheeran's Lego song. Like she did. That was
tell people about that.
Where can we find that one?
Nowhere.
Huh?
I burned that.
no, but
that is burned.
She came out of her room singing in cursive, and it was.
Girl, what are you doing to me? No one was supposed to know this. Why do you think I deleted like my first 2 songs off Spotify?
No, you were really good. We were like bamboozled. We were like, where did Maddie learn to sing? And then everybody in the family tried to claim that it was like somebody, and we were like, I don't know. I just think you're what am I trying to say?
The first.
The first in our generation. The first in our family. How about that?
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Sounds amazing. Let's move on. That was embarrassing.
No, I will say though, I feel like looking back, I truly could not sing. It was honestly one of those things where I learned. It was sort of the Ed Sheeran effect. You've seen the interview, right, from Ed Sheeran?
Yeah.
He pulls out a voice memo. The dude could not sing when he was young.
Yeah.
Now he's incredible. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I was the same way. I was awful. And honestly, to this day, I don't understand how Mom and Dad saw that. Went, yep. Put her in vocal lessons. Yep.
You were not awful.
Okay,
let me preface this with saying I used to send voice memos to Mom of me singing. And she would just leave me on red. So. And she put you in vocal lessons.
Ladies and gentlemen.
She put you in vocal lessons. So feel #honored. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, it was really bad. I couldn't sing. I was a kid. I couldn't sing. Okay, that's not way sad. Moving on.
I think you can sing that.
No, but she's like an incredible photographer. You do so much. You're an
Guys,
incredible editor, photographer.
No, I didn't mean I wasn't bashing myself. I was I was telling you that I thought it was like that's proof that you're a good singer. You were even as a kid. You just matured.
Let me do the whole like Debbie Ryan thing. Thank you so much.
You just matured.
Yeah, vocally. For sure. I think also having my producer, he became my mentor. It really helped, truly. Yeah.
Shout out David Kidd.
He's awesome.
He is awesome.
Love
He's
you.
a good guy. But yeah, so we've been having a lot of fun drinking all the coffee. Maddie refuses to drink coffee.
I'm just not a coffee person. I'm sorry. I know this is not the podcast for me to be on. It's actually the worst podcast for me to be on after admitting this.
All we do is talk about coffee.
That's literally your thing. Weren't you like in your first few episodes literally like
holding coffee?
Like you were drinking coffee. I'm sorry. No coffee here. I could totally go down for like a chai latte. I'd totally be down for one.
You get snooty over your chai lattes.
I get really snooty over my chais.
Look, so where all have we been? We've been to 1819, right?
Oh wait, I don't want to burn down businesses.
No, we've been to 1819. Okay. We've been to the Awaken House.
Yeah,
the Awaken House.
There.
I love.
Okay, where else have we?
Hanks.
Fainting Goat. I've been to Fainting Goat.
She hasn't gone to Hanks with us, right?
I have not gone to Hanks yet because you guys
brought you back coffee, right? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Oh my gosh.
So Hanks.
Girl, I slept in that day.
Hanks is the next spot for us. Mm-hmm. It's a vibe. It's a busy vibe, but it's a vibe.
Oh yeah.
So Maddie, tell me your first impression of Cody.
Oh my gosh,
Yikes.
I was waiting for this this question. Okay.
Wait, really? You're like hoping. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
But I was hoping something like this would come along one day.
Tea.
So I'm not gonna lie. I think.
Just remember, this is going out for the whole world to see. So.
Yeah,
I'll be nice. No. He's great.
I'm just kidding.
I would say my first impression was just like it wasn't even necessarily him. This was like how many months that you were in Arkansas after you moved?
I got there November. We met pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I don't know. I came home during December.
You didn't show me anything.
Yeah, I did.
Not in
like December when I came home for Christmas. But I don't think you really like.
I was just more so like, girl, no, don't find your husband in Arkansas. Come back home.
Yeah.
Please. Girl, get out, you know? But no, I mean, I saw him at first. I was just like, okay, yeah, he's like a handsome little guy. Like, that, love that for you. But like, okay. You know, I didn't get to know his personality.
Date. Well, not that they didn't want me to date. They just didn't want me to stay in Arkansas.
So I remember it was like the first time Maddie and I hung out. We took Milo for a walk down on the Greenway.
That's right.
And it was just like her and I. And I guess you were at work or something. I don't know what was going on. But like we hung out all day that day, and it was cool. It was like the first time I think they were all there.
Yeah. Were we dating?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You were full on dating. I didn't get to meet him until you guys started dating.
Yeah.
But Mom met you prior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So what were the first impressions then when you met him?
I mean, I wanted to do the whole like intimidate him, like ask as many questions as I could, make sure he was like right for you. And then I was just like, dang, he's nice. I can't be mean. Okay.
Moving on.
No, like I was like trying to be like, so like, who are you? You know? And I think, but you know, then we got into the talk about music, and then you took me to like some guitar stores and music stores, and I was like,
oh yeah.
And then you lied about loving board games to win me over. I found that out like actually after they were. I think it was like right after you guys got married. That's when I found out. So like 2 years later.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, okay? I don't.
So he's a liar.
I don't hate board games. I just get bored playing board games. If that makes sense.
So you hate board games.
I'll start one, but chances are I'm over it before it finishes.
You play dominoes and stuff, which is like an old people game.
Dominoes, that kind of stuff is cool, but I don't know. It's just something about board games. I'm not crazy about.
But he used to, like the amount that we played together. So you could win me over, I think, because we played Clueless, I think, every night for a good while.
He just didn't say anything. That was hilarious. He didn't know how to play.
I was clueless.
He was clueless about Clueless. We were like mid-game, and we realized Cody has no idea what he's doing.
I probably could have won 10 times before then.
Yeah, but you never spoke up and never said you didn't.
No, I didn't. No.
Okay, wait. So what were your impressions of me? First impression of me?
First impression, I thought you were very nice. I honestly thought that she was like really shy and quiet at first.
Yeah. That's how I am with everyone, to be fair. That's the whole backfiring thing. I wanted to be intimidating and like, who are you? And then I was like, hi.
And then I think after, like, because we took Milo, that was when he was like a puppy.
He was a little baby.
He was like, I don't know, he was young. Because that was probably about in the spring, probably. No, he was less than a year.
Oh, less than a year?
Yeah, but anyways, but after we like walked Milo, we both kind of got like comfortable, I guess, around each other, and she opened up, and I opened up, and it's been fun ever since.
Here we are.
Thriving. I'm just glad.
Something years later.
Yeah, can you believe that?
I know.
Weird.
Oh my gosh.
Time flies. It kind of creeps me out how quickly time flies. I feel like one day we'll wake up and we'll be 85. It's depressing.
That was so sad. Why'd you say that?
You ever think about that?
No,
Do you
I
ever
spiral.
Think about,
I actually had like a whole existential crisis just before I turned 22, which, by the way, my birthday was this month. I turned 22.
Happy birthday. I'm not going to sing that. It'd be tragic. Sorry.
To me.
Oh my God.
No. I'm going to hate this when it comes out. My viewers are going to love it. My listeners, hey guys.
My fans, Maddie Ryan fans are just going to eat it up.
You know, they came up with a little nickname for themselves.
Eat it up. What is that trend? Wait, you.
Girl, what was that?
Did you not see that trend? I forget the song.
Are you talking about the
diving and then they're eating?
No.
Just TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
You haven't seen it? It's like... Okay, we're on different TikToks. Moving on.
Yeah, so my fans created like a little nickname for themselves, like a little fan base name.
What is it?
And it's so originally I always called them like night owls because I would always do my live stream super late. And then someone in my server was like, "Oh my God, hey Maddie-ax," and then I just stuck.
What is it?
Maddie-ax, like maniac, but Maddie. You know my name.
Maddie-ax.
Yeah, Maddi.
Like maniacs.
Yes.
Maddie-ax. Sounds like an axe murderer, but
okay.
like love that.
Thanks.
We love a passionate fan base.
Okay, guys, we might need to go back to the workshop with that one, I guess.
No, it's cute. It's cute.
Okay, girl.
I love it. I love it. So how many people are in you have like a server?
Yeah.
What is it?
I have a little Discord server where everyone can come together and get announcements whenever I release music, go live, make posts.
And they can join it.
And they can join, hopefully, if the link stays up, is discord.gg/Ryan, RIEN.
Love that. That's super fun.
Just my little last name.
That's super fun. So, what are you working on right now?
I'm currently working on my first EP. I have one song, technically two songs. I believe To the Bottom might be on it. Still debating that, but I have one song already fully done, and then I'm working on some new songs.
They're so good. I'm so excited. I feel like every time I go to the studio, which I guess I'm like you, I'm like, this is the song. This is the one. This is gonna do it. No, I get so amped up.
I absolutely love it. I love going to the studio because then it's like all of a sudden, because David always has his curtains drawn. You really can't tell what time. It's like a casino. You don't know whenever you get out if it's gonna be day or night. Like you're out there and it's all
10 hours or has it been 2?
Dude, all of a sudden it's like 24 hours later and you're just blinded by the light. You're like, oh, okay. Hey world. But no, I absolutely love the studio. If I could, I would probably live there.
Yeah.
I live and breathe that place.
So, let's just cut to the chase and get to the meat of it. How's dating going?
So great, guys. So amazing.
Is it as brutal as it was when I was single?
Girl, it's probably worse.
Yeah, I believe it.
With like Hinge and like dating apps, that kind of culture, guys, the bar is below the stratosphere. I'm telling you, ants can jump over it. I genuinely, like, where did dating etiquette go?
I don't know.
Like, I guess you got the last good one. Like, I don't know.
It's true.
And then I'm always like, okay, when I'm
right.
older, maybe like older guys will be better. No. If anything, y'all act the same. So like, I don't know. I could go on a whole tangent on it, but anyway.
Just know if your future husband is watching this, I'm always going to be the favorite.
That's true.
So
we're gonna have
Oh gosh,
a
yeah.
lot to compete with.
My mom loves it. Like my mom and dad, they're like, "Oh yeah, Cody's the best. He's great." You know.
No, they literally call him they call him
Their favorite child.
their favorite child. Their favorite kid.
Like first of all, it was me at first, and then he came along. So like,
And no.
okay.
No. She tells you that so you don't cry.
And she tells you that so you don't cry.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I'm told that so I don't cry. I don't know.
No,
He
it's
truly is the favorite. He's
No,
the least
he is.
problematic between the three.
he is. Today, Cody was like, Cody was like, Kenzie, you're being a little rude. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're right.
You know
he's
what?
so kind.
You can go now. You can leave.
He's just perfect. Let's just talk about Cody
He's
for a
just
second.
so great.
He's slow to
It's
anger.
not.
He's slow to anger. Like literally, we talked about this in another episode. Him getting angry. He's slow to anger. He's likable. Everyone loves him. He's got good energy. We love Cody, and
you can talk to him with ease too, and it's just
Yeah.
like
Kids
he'll help
love
with
him.
anything.
Animals
he is
love
literally
him.
handy manny, like Bob the Builder right here.
he knows every answer to almost every problem.
That's
Except how
not
to fix my
true.
PC.
That's not. Yeah, I didn't know
But
that.
he tried.
He tried, and I appreciate that. Wait, hands.
If you are listening, Maddie's
Just hands.
convinced Cody to do
Little
sparkle
twinkle
twinkle fingers.
All right, all together.
Guys, and go team.
We're losing it. Anyways,
They're never gonna have me back after this.
Maddie, what's your favorite or worst audition experience?
Oh,
I don't even know if I can remember mine. I feel like it just blacked mine out.
I think mine was a self-tape, surprisingly. And it's not because of, like, the self-tape process. It was the audition, or it was what I was auditioning for. It was just, like...
Your favorite or your worst?
Least favorite, sorry. It was this play, and it made absolutely no sense. There was, like... you helped me with the self-tape. Do you remember it? It's something with,
Vaguely.
like, a vampire, and...
If the writers are watching,
I'm so sorry.
this is not about you.
This is not about you. It's me. And I'm so sorry. I didn't book it, so I can say this freely. No, but... No,
Pre AI, right?
Yeah.
Pre-AI.
That's also scary. It's another topic for another time.
But anyway, it was just super weird because honestly, the writing made no sense. We kept going yes, no, yes, like back and forth. We'd like say yes and no like a million different ways. And it would just like be like one piece of dialogue for like 5 pages.
Honestly, it's very impressive that Maddie and I have maintained a sisterly, respectful relationship after years of self-taping.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the fights we would get into because you're like, you weren't recording that?
Should
Yeah.
we even bring up the one that I helped you, like when we first
Wait,
got?
I don't really know
I
about
was
this
still
one.
auditioning when I moved to Arkansas, so I would do like self-tapes.
Girl, you gotta get back
And
into it.
Cody
Oh my gosh.
helped me with one, and I was just
Like, keep in mind, like I've never messed with the camera before this. I don't know what the heck I was
awful,
doing.
Guys. I was wrong. I was frustrated that day to begin with.
It's okay, girly.
I don't think I ate very much, which explains everything that goes wrong with
We
me.
need to like he was saying earlier, we need to get you like a little like mini bag
I
of
get
just
hangry.
of like
Yeah.
nuts, almonds,
Yeah.
little M&Ms in there.
Anyways,
Get you some trail mix, girl.
I was wrong for that. The human in me came out, and
Girl, I don't think that was human.
I think stop, guys.
I'm kidding.
You make me sound terrible, but
She's not.
yeah, I'm sorry. I was frustrated
forgive you.
with. I think I was having you just set up the camera literally, and it was all I was having him do was film the
Basically hitting the start button, and I couldn't do that right.
No, what do you
come
call
a
the
long
slate?
way.
The slate,
Oh.
and I had to film like you have to like show your entire body.
you do the
on
pan
the
up
slate.
and down.
Yeah, and just like the angle wasn't correct or whatever, and it made me look weird because of the way he was holding the camera, and so I got frustrated after the 3rd or 4th try, and we were just dating.
Cody, it's okay. Trying to teach my dad how to do that was also a nightmare, so it's not you.
Well,
It's
I
not
still
just you.
have nightmares.
Oh, whatever, guys, stop.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm over it.
I'd hope you're married to her. Anyway.
That's good.
Yikes.
Now you asked me to do it. I can do
Welcome
it.
to therapy with Cody and Kinsey.
I can totally nail it now.
No, he's great.
He's amazing. He honestly, like you've learned so much.
It wasn't
with
a him
photography
thing. It was a
and-
me thing. It was a Kinsey needed to eat and collect herself thing.
To be fair, it was like probably 10
o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And we had a long day too. Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
But yeah, so that was my least favorite audition. I think my favorite audition was one, I can't really disclose what it is. Do you think I could? It was the recent one? No. Okay. There was one that I had that I really loved, and it was super fun to do. And I'm going to choose another one, because then that doesn't...
Whoa, wait. I think you can, because they announced it.
They announced it.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I auditioned for the Buffy, the Vampire Slayer new series that they came out with, or they're coming out with. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
The writing, super funny. You guys are going to love it, truly.
And they booked
they booked the main girl.
Yeah.
I was a little heartbroken, but I was like, you know what? Sarah Michelle Gellar is never wrong, so I'm going to trust her. You know, love you, girl.
She's amazing. We love her in
Incredible.
this household. Yeah.
Absolutely love her. Girl, her and Scooby-Doo, the fact like she married
Oh my gosh, yes.
Freddie Prinze Jr. and like he plays Fred, like match made in heaven.
That's my favorite series. Anyways. Yeah. I don't even remember my worst or... I don't know. I'm trying to think of like my worst audition ever.
Have you ever had the whole thing where it's like a casting director has made you cry before? I don't think I've had that.
I think definitely cried after auditions.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I was 11 and I did a self-tape. We were in Arizona at the time and we flew into Los Angeles. I was represented by, I think, Susie Maine's Trilogy Talent, and I had a callback for some big feature film, and I went into the room thinking it was going to be like 2 adults, and there were like, I'm not even over-exaggerating, 20 people in the room.
Whoa.
And I was 11 years old, and I froze up, and I knew I just did a terrible job, and I left after and was so upset. That was probably one of the worst.
I think the closest I got to that was like I don't know why, Mom just kept going, like, go over your... I'm like 11. You know, like, go over your lines while we're in the waiting room. For some reason, I was on my phone doing something. I was like, no, I know them. I go into the room. I'm like with the paper in my hand, and it's just like 2 people, and we're in this tiny room, like very close quarters. Literally, like where you guys are standing, I'm right here. Like they're staring down into my soul, and I just go, and then they're feeding me my lines, and
no.
I'm like, oh yeah, but it wasn't like that's never happened to me before. It hasn't happened since, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But holy cow, Mom goes, how'd you do? And I was like, so great. And then like in the elevator I broke down. I was like, Mom, I'm sorry. And she's like, girl, I drove us all the way to LA for this. And I was like, I'm sorry. She's like, it's okay, honey.
Yeah.
But like, you should have looked over your lines. I'm like, I should have.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have played, what is it called, Maze Runner? Or what? No, not Maze Runner, that's a movie. What's the maze game on the old iPhone?
Are you talking about Temple Run?
Temple
Yes.
No.
Even I knew that one.
Girl, I don't think
Maze
Temple Run
Runner.
was even a thing at that point. It was the motorcycle one where it's like, you do the little, it's like, I don't know.
Anyways, Lord have mercy. Shout out to her mom for driving us to auditions. all
Girl,
those
she
years.
did that for
Lots of
20
driving
plus
time.
years.
Yeah. Well, this has been so fun.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being on How We Do It.
How we do it.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Complete Chaos.
Yep.
We loved
But it's
having
fun.
you guys. Yeah, it has been fun. It's been a lot of fun. We loved having you guys here. We're going to link Maddie's music in the bio on
Thank
our
you.
gram, on our Linktree link, and you can
Maybe
listen.
we can do something fun. Put one of her songs as our closing.
Will it let us?
I mean, it might get copyrighted, but like, it should be fine.
I guess we'll find out. Keep things.
If you do less than 30 seconds, right?
I think so.
I have no idea.
Anyways,
find out.
we'll try it.
I think
Anyways.
it should be fine.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of How We Do It. See you next
Bye,
time.
guys.
See you guys.
Bye.